Who's number two? Time for part two of the ordinary old guy in his old garage gym, not doing any kind of workout, but just simply going down my list of people that have maybe been motivational to me, helpful to me, people that I like to watch in the fitness community specifically. And my last, the very first one I did, because I want to take time and just not rifle off some giant list of like, here's the top 10 people countdown thing 2024, and use every buzzword possible to try to like get in the algorithm of the YouTube thingy here. So I take my time with this. So number two for me is somebody that is actually incredibly popular along the lines of there's certainly, if you haven't heard of this guy, maybe I'll just jump into it. Athlean X, Jeff Cavaliere. I came across him. He was one of the early people I came across, but it was not for his workouts, and it was not for him trying to show off his rippedness without his shirt on and all that other stuff that he's probably more thought of today. This was actually because back in 2017, I think it was my left shoulder had bothered, then my right, I'm not sure, and I had gone on a search for things to do for shoulder discomforts. And it was him who I had come across because of his background that he has in physical therapy treatment and being a trainer and all this stuff. You go back to some of the super old videos that he had way before me. And when it's really interesting is, right, it's 2017, and I think, I could be totally wrong, I'm thinking like he was near 3 million, or maybe he had hit 3 million. And I was like, wow, this guy's got a ton of viewers. Now he's almost at 14, which is unbelievable. But anyways, I think what I like about Athlean X and Jeff Cavaliere there is, first he is, he has that history of being a trainer and a physical therapist and knowing things, and he used to do the skeleton and draw on himself and all this stuff. That if you do enough of a specific search, you might find those parts that help, that's where he talks about, you have a knee injury, a back injury, fixing your pelvic tilt and all these different things. He's always been somewhat a little bit more on science side as far as things are concerned there. He's not the guy that I'd say, hey, oh, you're looking to get like just gigantic and just huge, and I'd say no. His workouts are, it's very much Athlean X, athlete. He shows he's fit, he stays fairly trim, he's not a mass monster. And so, but some of the workouts he does, he offers programs, he has supplement line, content wise, this is probably one of the things, constant content, and to be doing it for so long and to be able to produce things of interest. He's certainly kind of ebbed and flowed with the changes throughout, at least the 7 years I've really been more so focused on this, but he has tended to try to stay true to being a natural lifter, and trying to help people work out in ways that are safe, and have longevity behind them. His camera person Jesse is on the channel. They do more things together now. That can be also very entertaining at times, and it's also great to see somebody that I would dead say like that's the perfect example of somebody that I would want to speak to, right? That somebody's like, you know what, I just want to get bigger and stronger, and they have a hard time doing it. And he has increased strength over the years. Does he look huge? No. And I think that's what's so awesome about it, because it kind of really shows like, hey, look, somebody can be really strong and really fit, and they don't look gigantic. And you can take somebody else and they're doing the same weights and they look gigantic. Oh, I don't know, right? It's very interesting. So maybe, because there's that too. So if you want to follow somebody who's going to give you, the immense amount of free workout material and exercises that that guy has put out, I don't think anyone could touch him with that. And he keeps doing it. There's definitely haters for him, and there's people who would, you know, go to the ends of the earth for the guy. I'm not going to the ends of the earth. I'm not a hater. I'm just a middle kind of dude here on this. And you know, he has this thing. I think he has some good parts that, you know, for some people, you want to stay motivated, you want to see a workout, you want to see an exercise. He doesn't do quite as much. He's struggling with a shoulder injury. He's got some issues. He's getting older. He's getting closer to me, you know, and, you know, so, but he still shows different things and different exercises, and some of the things he could do is still pretty amazing. You know, and if you saw him, you know, again, it probably, you know, I would prefer with a shirt on, you know, you go, hey, this guy's in really great shape. And so if that's what you're really wanting to do, I had somebody who had access to some of his workouts, and I was able to try some of his workouts, and yeah, no, they are, you know, intense, very hard, very difficult, you know, beginner right off the top. Oh man, I don't know. I know there might be some way to build up on that with some of his programs and all that stuff. I haven't really tried any of that. Again, there's, you know, there's critiques of that, I think, from other people. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to say that this guy is number 2 on my list, happens to be number 2 on my list, because again, when I came across him, the immense amount of volume of physical exercises he's shown, he's demonstrated, workout, just the free content that he has provided has been enormous. His background, his history, the things with the injuries, again, that's how I came across him. I did do some of the exercises that he'd shown. It helped me. I didn't have a problem for a while. So, you know, up until, you know, not that long ago, and it's a different kind of problem. So that being said, I'm giving Athlean X, Jeff Cavaliere, my nod as my number 2 person that I still check in, you know, I still watch some of the things that he puts out there and whatnot. Keep you motivated. He tries to stay centered, tries to keep things, for the most part, G-rated. Sometimes he can get in there and maybe not be G-rated for sure. But, you know, it's good, wholesome, kind of down-to-earth, you know, respectable fitness content of exercises that you might look at, see him, help you stay motivated. He's doing it natural and all that stuff. So I hope that helps out. This is for number 2 here. I'm going to keep going down that list. Who's going to be number 3, 4, 5. Again, some of those are not going to be exact. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to, you know, somebody might be 3 or 4, and it's not necessarily because I think they're 3 or 4. It's just because that's where they are right now. Because there's a lot of other people that kind of came in at the same time, and I just started like exploring more different things. And there's a lot of people that I don't watch anymore, really, but you know, I might mention them anyways. And some people I really never watch, and I just started watching. So even some new people for me. So let's see who's going to come up, and I hope it can be helpful to you, right, as I go down this, to let you know, like, hey, here's somebody who does this. If you're looking to get gigantic and enormous, you know, this probably wouldn't be my go-to. If you want to stay fit, you want to do good exercise, you want to try to make sure you're taking care of yourself, you want to get a lot of free content, it's enormous. You got a guy who's got almost 14 million followers. So there's got to be something going on good there. And maybe helping you to keep motivated. All right, so thanks for stopping by, and I'll check in with you again later.